War has always been brutal. But what if the battlefield hides horrors far beyond bullets and bombs? What if behind every ruined base, every missing squad lies something not from this world? In this chilling trilogy of true inspired tales, we dive deep into a Marine unit stumbling upon a hellish portal in Syria, a recon team haunted by whispering spirits in a long abandoned base, and a soldier who vanished in 2006, only to return unchanged. Nearly 2 decades later, 3 stories, 3 impossible encounters, 1 terrifying truth: some nightmares wear a uniform. This is Soldier's Nightmare. Hell portals in conflict zones. They say war is hell. But for one Marine unit deployed in Syria, hell wasn't just a metaphor. It was a place that bled into our world. It began in the middle of a nighttime raid. The mission was simple: infiltrate an insurgent warehouse near the city of Deir ez-Zor. But as they advanced, the ground trembled, a rumble like an earthquake. But the sky was calm. The squad leader, Sergeant Keller, thought it was just artillery fire in the distance. But then the screaming started. Not human screams. These were guttural, ancient, unnatural. The soldiers turned a corner and saw it, a swirling vortex of red light hovering above a crater. Flames licked the edges. The heat was unbearable. From the portal, dark shapes began to crawl out, elongated humanoid figures with bone-white skin and eyes that burned like coals. One Marine opened fire. Bullets passed through some of the creatures like smoke. Others shrieked, staggered, and retaliated with force that broke bones with a touch. Radio communications cut out. Backup never arrived. Over the next hour, half the squad was gone. But something stranger happened. The world around them bent. Time looped. Keller claimed he saw the same moment play over and over, a friend dying again and again. They finally escaped only when the portal collapsed in on itself with a deafening roar. The government classified the entire event. Official report: ambush by an unknown force. But those who were there, they say it wasn't an ambush. It was a warning from somewhere not meant for the living. Whispering spirits in abandoned bases. The base had been abandoned since 1987. No one was supposed to go back in, and for good reason. Located deep in the Alaskan wilderness, Fort Winters was once a site for psychological warfare experiments. Rumors swirled about sound-based weapons, sleep deprivation chambers, and psychic testing. The project was shut down after several test subjects died mysteriously. Decades later, a recon team was sent in to document the site. It was supposed to be a routine photography mission. But within hours, the team began to hear things. Whispers, soft, unintelligible, coming from the walls. At first, they thought it was wind. But then the whisperers began saying their names. Then the voices started mimicking their loved ones. One soldier, Private Lewis, claimed he saw his deceased mother sitting in the control room. Another found a journal that appeared to be written in his own handwriting, but dated 1985. Sleep became impossible. The deeper into the base they went, the louder the whispers became. Soon they were hearing cries, laughs, and footsteps in locked hallways. 3 members went missing. Only 2 made it out. The official statement said exposure to mold and gases caused hallucinations. But those who escaped knew better. Something still lived in that base. Mysterious military disappearances in combat zones. During the Iraq War, entire squads vanished without a trace. The Pentagon has explanations, but they don't add up. One such event happened in 2006. A special ops team, call sign Phantom 12, was deployed near Fallujah. Their mission, scout for enemy tunnels. They checked in at 4:30 a.m. By 6 a.m., all contact was lost. A search party found the area, but there was no sign of battle. Their gear was neatly laid out, guns fully loaded, radios intact. It was like they just stepped out of existence. Years later, in 2024, a man was found wandering near the Syrian border, disoriented, wearing a uniform decades old. It was Sergeant Danvers, one of the missing Phantom 12. He hadn't aged a day. Medical tests showed no signs of time passing. Danvers claimed they had entered a tunnel. But inside, the world changed. Gravity shifted. Time broke down. One by one, the others faded away until he was alone in a gray space with no light. When asked what brought him back, he said, "Something let me go, but it's still there, and it wants the rest of us." These stories may sound unbelievable, but they echo rumors whispered across war zones and into veterans' nightmares. Whether it's portals to unknown realms, voices from the past, or soldiers returned from a place outside of time, one thing remains certain. War doesn't just take lives. Sometimes it opens doors that should never be opened. If you've served or know someone who has, maybe you heard the stories too, the ones no one dares to tell out loud. Until now. This was Soldier's Nightmare. Subscribe for more untold tales from the shadows of war.